Hi, this is Jeff Davis with the Davis Group and another edition of Real Estate Today. Today, we're going to be talking about or beginning a discussion on this topic: building wealth with real estate. I want to walk you through a couple of scenarios here and talk about this whole concept of building wealth, thinking about real estate. And the first thing we're going to talk about is home ownership. Now, I don't know the dynamics of every rich person, but I think it is fair to say that most people who have accumulated wealth own their own home. They may own a home, a ranch, a condominium, etc. For some reason, people with wealth understand that owning homes, owning the place that you reside in, is a foundation to building wealth. And so, if you're serious about increasing your net worth and serious about increasing your assets, I encourage you to seriously consider home ownership. Now, it might be a home, a townhome, a condominium, etc. Because here's the reality. Number one, we all need a place to live. Number two, more than likely, you're going to be paying for it. So if you're going to be paying, there's only one of two scenarios that typically happens. Either you're going to pay for the house you're living in, or you're going to pay to live in someone else's house. But the problem with paying to live with someone else is that you don't get any of the benefits. Think about the benefits that come from owning your own home. Number one, appreciation. Typically, doesn't happen automatically, but typically, the longer you own the house, the greater the chances are that it's going to be worth more than what you paid for it. I mean, I remember my parents, they paid, I don't know, $20,000 for the house when I was a child. And I know that as we got older and stuff, the house became worth a whole lot more than $20,000. And that's going to happen in most of the areas here in the United States. So you have home appreciation. Second, you have stability because it's much easier to move out of an apartment. It's easier even to move out of a rented house. But once you own a house, you start buying things and putting things in it. You make it your own. And it becomes that much more difficult to just get up and walk away from it. So it gives you a sense of security. You've got the appreciation. And then there are the tax benefits. In this country still, you are able to make certain deductions for the home you're living in if you're making payments on that house. And so you get the tax deduction, you get the appreciation, you get the security. And then the fourth thing I want to talk about in terms of that home ownership is that it becomes the foundation for building wealth. You see, a lot of times, I remember when I first started investing, and you go to banks and you would trying to pull money together, etc. Every single lender I ever talked to always wanted me to tie my house up into the investment. I'd have a property that had equity in it, but they always wanted my house to be a part of it. And I always fought to make sure that it wasn't. Now, from the lender's perspective, they knew that if my house was tied into my investments, I would be that much more committed to making sure my investments did well. But I knew that if I tied my house up to my investments and something went wrong with my investments, I could lose my house. Now, I wasn't anticipating things going wrong with the investments, but my house was security. That was for my family. That was our place. And I was not willing to just go out there and risk it in investing. And, once you understand that concept, I mean, a lot of times lenders, they may give you a hard time, but they can't always win if you can show and prove that the deal is still solid without including your house. So if you're serious about building wealth, think seriously about home ownership. Get your own house. Get a place that you can afford. Get a place that you can put some roots in. And get a place that will become the foundation for the other things that you're going to look to do to build wealth. Now, in some continuing videos here, we're going to talk about other things that you can do, but I just want to leave you with this thought. Do whatever you can to get property that has your name on it, that allows you to know and have a sense of feeling that you're building wealth. Now, this is what we do. We do real estate. We're located in Long Beach, California, and we work the whole Southern California. So if you're looking to buy, looking to sell, looking to invest, look us up. We're the Davis Group. I'm Jeff Davis. Until next time, keep on looking for your next property.